Hey guys, Steve McKell's RC. I hope you guys enjoyed that running video. Couldn't just do a build sheet without doing a run video, so somebody had asked me a few months back what kind of transmission I've been running. It occurred to me I never did a build update. Now that running video, you'll probably notice the shirt, and I don't remember if I'm in the video or not, but I'm wearing a different shirt. This video is recorded about a month later. But this is my UGRC Dirty South chassis for those who don't know. I call it the Dirty Virginian. So we are running the body-wise. This is the J Concepts Creeper body. As you can tell, it really needs to be replaced. I haven't had it that long. Well, this build is still fairly... Oh, wow. Just noticed that too, so I push this pretty hard, as you can see. The tires I'm running are the Proline Trenchers and the Predator Compound, and I'm running Three Brother RC anti-foams. I can't stress it enough. 3D printed tire inserts is the way to go. It really is. They are on some SSD. I can't remember for the life of me what they're called, but they are on SSD beadlocks. I'm running TRX4 portals, and so you guys can see, I've got electronics on this, and it's doing pretty good. This table's kind of bowed, so. But as you can see, it's pretty well balanced. There you go. But we are running the TRX4 portals. I do have TRX4 overdrive gears. These drive shafts are the Boom Racing Badass drive shafts. I think these, along with the transmission, is like the heaviest thing I'm running on this thing. These were on my Gen 7, but I liked them a lot, so I transferred them over. I'm running Desert Lizard. Yeah, racing Desert Lizards. Now, there's a lot of people that say they run their Desert Lizards upside down for better center of gravity. Some of them say to help them from leaking. I've personally, even the other way around, haven't had a problem with these leaking. My reason why I have them upside down is I just love watching the shock bodies move. I mean, it's pretty awesome to watch them move, especially in conjunction with watching the spur gear move. With how I cut the body up, I like it. I'm running TRX4 links, with the exception of this link right here, the shiny one. That one's from my Element Enduro, and I just put some TRX4 links on it. I'm running an Endura 3-gear, and it came with a 13-tooth pinion. I'm not sure what the spur gear is. I'm sorry, I couldn't tell you. I just bought it off of Amazon, put it on. It works exceptionally well for me, so I haven't changed anything on it. The motor I'm running is the Hobbywing Fusion 1800 kV motor. It's perfect. If you watch my running video, I barely have to throttle this vehicle anyway, so I'd say that's the perfect motor for this. I'm running a Raw 500. I might update that one day. I don't know yet. We'll see. Then I'm running the Tattoo 3S 1300 milliamp batteries. I love this battery. It's, believe it or not, on this motor with how low it's geared down, and then all the gear reduction that it has. Checking on my puppy, but because of all the gear reduction it has, this battery lasts a long time. I think I get on just this rig alone, just this rig. I can't say that for the rest of them, but this rig alone, I get almost 2 hours out of this because I barely have to push it. I don't really have to give it a lot of throttle inputs because this thing does that good. Now, the original dual servo tray that came on this, or came with this kit, broke. I'm just using the Element dual servo tray, and it's been working great for me. So I just put the battery right there and it works. Now, the suspension setup I have is a semi-drip, I guess you could say. Might be somebody out there that doesn't agree, but that's okay. I have the smallest spring up here, and those are all medium, and then I have soft all the way around for the main spring that allows the travel. As you can see, that's pretty stiff up top, but soft springs at the bottom, and it does great. It really does. I've got, oh god, I gotta remember the shock wall. I think I've got 45 weight in the back and 40 in the front. It performs the way I want it to. So you may not like how it performs. That's complete, that's a judgment call. You always have to experiment, and it looks like I need to tighten down a screw before I lose a bolt. But that's just how I set my shocks up. I did have somebody ask about, if there's any way to straighten this out, this drive line. This honestly ain't bad. It's just the way the TRX4 axles are. Not all axles are going to have the pumpkin center. It's just how it is. But this is my build, how I set it up. The UGRC Dirty South chassis, I love this thing. As you can see, great departure angle there. I mean, that angled skid is pretty darn good. And then back here you get so many different ways you can set up your shocks. There's like little slots behind this that you can move it, you can flip these. Just a great amount of different shock setups you can do for the back. Pretty good amount up here as well on the front. The other thing I like is right here on the chassis, front and back, you get a whole lot of different setup choices, and just to try to keep your angles as straight as you want. And so far this has been working pretty good. I haven't had to make any adjustments, so let's go ahead and turn it on. That way I can show you guys. Now, I don't know if this battery is still any good, because I did go out earlier with my cap rod and gatekeeper and broke the gatekeeper again. I'm mean to that thing, but as you can see, that's the steering servo. It's for this, it's not a heavy rig. I think it comes around 4.5 pounds. I need to get a scale one day, but in case you haven't seen it, oh, look at that. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it around so you guys can see. Hopefully, I'm barely pulling, and look at that. You can already see the spur gear already moving. And as you can see, this thing moves very, very slow. I mean, I'll see if I can. And there it is. Barely pull the trigger. We're just going to keep it right there. I don't have FOC on either, so I have to apply throttle as needed. And look at that. It's climbing right over my hand. No FOC, just... This thing is geared down so well. It's got a lot of torque for all the gear reduction that I have. I mean, look at that. Let's make it a little more interesting. We're going to roll it backwards. And just... Even going backwards, look at that. No FOC. It's stalling out because it's encountered a obstacle. Just give it a little more throttle. And look at that. We'll make it even more interesting. So, barely pulling that trigger. You can see how slow I'm going. And you can definitely check out the other videos of this. Look at that. Just give it a little more throttle. And it's got plenty of articulation. And guys, this is how slow I crawl with this thing. I don't have to go fast because the torque is just there. Slow it down a little bit. It gets hung up, but look at that. Look at that. May get hung up, but oh man, I can feel like ripping my shirt like crazy. My puppy ain't liking this, but I mean, look at that. That's a lot of torque. And look at that. And as you can see, it has, these are the 90 mils. I got plenty of articulation, especially with this being portal. I cannot complain. I love this. I love this over my G Speed. So if you're looking to cheat a rig, you know, hopefully you consider UGRC. It has been a phenomenal chassis. I've got nothing bad to say about it. Especially, it's all on how you build it, I guess you could say too. You can get a number of different... one other thing I forgot to mention is, if you notice, the transmission is pretty flat and it's angled. They actually 3D, when they print these out, they actually make sure that where the transmission is sits flat while the rest is angled. So alright, so we're going to go over, you know, what you can get for the UGRC Dirty South chassis. Now you can get it with or without the panhard, which is basically an Element Enduro panhard bar, or mount, not bar, panhard mount. So you can get it with or without. And then you have a number of different skids you can get for different transmissions. Like I said, this one's for the 3-year, because I got the Enduro 3-year. They have their own transmission, which I will get to that. I'm using their website as a cheat sheet, and I've actually learned something. Now, I got the blank, and I use that for the back, but they have their UGRC LCG trans. I'll get to that in a moment. They have the 10-2-3 gear. They have a 10-2 kit. Not sure what that looks like. They got the Capra skid. Dirty South chassis. I'm not sure about that one, but they have a mirrored dig skid. Not sure about that one. I don't want to speak too much on what I'm not sure of on here, but here is a new one. I have not seen this yet, and I don't know. It's the too-low transmission skid from TGH. I have not seen that one yet on their website. But without the if you get one of these kits without the panhard, it's $100, or normally $120. It's the holidays at the time of recording. This might be coming out after the holidays. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But right now, like normally it's $120. Right now, because of the holidays, it's $100 for the chassis without the panhard, which you get. Which, by the way, this is a 12-degree angle, 12-degree skid. There we go. You get 2 G10 rails. You get 2 G10 shock towers, of course, skid. Your rock slides, which these right here, which you can see, mine are pretty chewed up. You get a dual servo mount, which I know they had to redo their formula for their dual servo mount. 2 G10 chassis braces, which is this right here, and then a bag of hardware. If I remember correctly, it's for your different for your skid. I'll have to. I think I could be wrong on that. Let me see. Now, if you want it with the panhard, it does come at $130, so you get about $10. It's $10 less without the panhard. All right. And of course, if you want the Dirty South chassis UGRC LCG transmission combo, that is normally $200. All right, let's go down. They do have a battery and electronics tray. I don't have that. Let's see, where's the train? Here it is. Now you can get a transmission kit, but you're going to have to get everything to complete it. And that's $70, or you can get a complete transmission for $140. Let me double check that. Yeah, $140. And let me see if I can. But I can't really get a good picture of it up. But it comes with all steel bearings, steel gears, gems bearings, new pins. I believe it is overgear, or has a 30% overdrive. Let me check this one. Yep. It uses Gen 8 gears, pins, and spur into one transmission case, giving you at least 20% overdrive for it, so that's good. I'm not sure where I got 30% from, but 20% overdrive, and that's about it. Hopefully this helps you get, like I said before, hopefully that helps you with your decision. That's my build sheet of my Dirty South chassis, i.e. the Dirty Virginian. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe. Catch y'all on the flip side. We flipped.